Go live. I like when you got like the keys tapping in the background, like you're really busy. So when folks are like listening, eavesdropping in, they're like, "Damn, somebody's really busy in the background."
You can hear my clicker?
I can't hear
I
your
got
clicker,
silent keys.
but I can hear Mark's keys going off. But
Oh, I got
That's mine.
silent. I got silent keys.
That's me. Look, do you hear this now?
I hear that now.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, I thought that was
No, I'm actually working right now.
okay. There we go. There we go.
My bad.
Folks are just like, what the hell's going on here? I mean, why can't we just start off normally? Is there any normal way to start one of these shows off?
I don't think so because you roll a trailer.
And now that I have the capability, and folks, be prepared. I just showed both of these guys that they've given us a new option on the tube. And I can guarantee you, at least by tonight after this show or by tomorrow, Mark's going to have a live and he'll have something on there and he'll say that he found it. It was all his idea.
Yep.
We'll see it on my channel first.
Yep. Anyway, let's get this shit rolling. Man, this is a lot of times doing this, but for the smoothest transition in a vape show game, here we go. Nobody's even looking. They're like, did you do the intro yet? Yeah, it's been done. What's going on, folks? It is the True Vapor Show number 312. 312 of these jokers. Man. When do we designate? Do we work to a goal to end this? Like we say, you know what? We're going to do you 400 shows and then we're closing shop. Or do we?
We're going to make 400. Something tells me we're not going to make 400.
I don't think we are either. That's a lot of goddamn shows to go right there to get to 400. But I don't know. There's ST's listed the chat. Thank you.
What the hell?
It's because it's the name of the show. It's another
yeah.
Another check of the list. I should have put. You know what I just realized? I did a mark. I'm looking at the title of my show. It says another check of the list. It should have said another check off the list.
Good job.
Wow. You know things are getting bad now. Anyway, what's happening, folks? We're going to do a buffet tonight because I feel like I know at least these two guys have got a multitude of new shit. And I know they're wanting to bring it to you. You know Mike does. Mark's probably got a pretty decent buffet, so take it away, Mark.
I can just start pulling random shit out of my desk that I'm using. Which camera? There we go. We're on the Triad with the BTFC. What is this? UL? UL. I don't know what the hell it's called, but I didn't review it. There it is. What else we got? Holy shit, this is a classic. What the fuck is this doing out? Joytech with the, I think is that the Skeezer? Yes, it is. The Scudder, the Skeezer. What else is on the desk? We got, oh shit, this motherfucker leaking everywhere. God damn. Holy Jesus Christ.
Is that the Voopoo?
Yeah, that whole fucking thing just leaked out.
Yep.
Don't let it sit for longer than a couple days.
Well,
Mother of God.
Mine's actually been sitting for a little while. Let me see if it leaks.
Holy shit.
Nope, no leaking here.
Which one's that? Is that the new one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well,
That's why they didn't send it to me.
Ooh. Look what just happened.
Your whole thing poured out, right?
Hold on. I just took the top off. I don't know how well that's going to show.
Yep.
It's starting to puddle in there.
Well, that's not the new one.
Yeah, that's the newest one, isn't it?
It is.
Well, no, I think they came out.
Oh,
with
look at it. Look at it.
this week.
It's dripping down the side. Well, there you
I
go,
think
folks.
this week they came out with a new one.
They come out with something new every week, don't they?
We got the Boxer 100.
I love that atomizer on there.
Yeah, that's a great
That's a new
tank you
one.
got there.
That atomizer was on this one until I started using this one. Smoke got another Seekers or Skaters or whatever the fuck it's called. And then I love Jews. We're vaping on some juice made by Jews. We got some of that and we got some of that. Is that it? It looks like it. Any pod systems? Nope, no pod systems.
Well, you had one, but it's leaking.
Yeah, it's leaking. Take it away, Mr. Mike Vapes.
Alrighty, hello everyone. Tonight we're vaping on the Boxer 21700 intake dual, raspberry custard, same liquid raspberry custard inside the Eclipse RTA on the Boxer 21700, and also vaping on the Marvos Pod Mod from Freemax with Custard Monster, the blackberry stuff inside there. Also vaping on a clutch dual with something that I can't talk about yet.
You can if you want.
Nope. Nah, I'm not.
We ain't gonna hold it against you on here.
I'll let you talk about it.
New York in there. That's it. That's what I'm vaping on tonight.
All
Mark?
right.
I mean, ST, I'm sorry.
You know me. Boxer 100. Yes, the check did clear with the intake and Mike's check. But both of the checks cleared on this one. I see Ginger in chat, so I have to 100% say that the check did clear. So that one's good.
I'm going broke with all these checks.
The check still hadn't cleared on this one, but I'm going to go ahead and vape it anyway. The corded Weenex. And, you know, I wasn't going to vape this, and I'm still not going to, but I'll just hold it up just for the hell of it. The leaking Vupu device. Don't even know the name of it anymore. And all that. I really don't have it in any of them, but the bottle was sitting here. Look at that. Remember them old school things? Look at that little dab of goodness left off in there. Mm-hmm. But actually, I've got the Boxer with the Sakers. That's like my everyday, all day shit sitting somewhere off to the side. I don't know where it's at, but there you go. I see we got a lot of new faces in here tonight.
The Sakers.
Matter of fact, I only recognize a handful of folks in here tonight, so I think we have got a whole new class of folks here now.
You've got about 800 people watching right now.
The channel's going in a new direction, I think, so there you go. I was just...
Mark.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. See, no, sorry.
Well, no, I was just going to say real quick, well, this could open up a long conversation, so say what you were going to say, Mike.
Oh, no, I was going to tell Mark, this new Freemax pod mod, I would contact them and start begging.
Is it
Tell
really?
them you want boxes of coils, everything, that this will be the new pod of the year. You'll love this one.
Oh, shit.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep, he's on there right now.
I was actually going to have Terry do the begging for me. He's pretty good at it.
I heard.
He got a free Boxer out of the deal.
You know what? Before I do get cranked up, I think everybody in chat should congratulate Terry. Terry has got his first Boxer mod. I won't tell you how he obtained it, but he did get one.
I'll tell you how you got it.
Wait, can we? Don't say where he got it from.
Well, I don't want people to think that Boxer gave it.
No,
to him.
Boxer didn't send. Just don't say who, because then they're all gonna message him.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone. Why don't you tell the story about how Terry didn't even know how to use a mod?
There you go. That's what I was trying to kind of roll into.
From what I heard this morning, Terry emailed the person that gave him the mod because it didn't work because he had 2 batteries in it, and apparently it takes 3 batteries.
It was a triple battery mod, and he put 2 batteries in it and was complaining that it didn't work.
And Terry just said who gave it to him. Thank you, Terry. That $2.
Thanks, Terry.
Oh, Terry. I'll tell you what. I can't believe this.
I guess Robert's giving away free Boxer mods.
Yep. Thank you for the donation, Terry. Even though he says thank you, Robert, for the Boxer. So I don't know. I don't know which direction we're going. I do believe this, though. I think my yard guy just showed up, and he's cutting the front, so it's about to get very nice and loud. So there you go. Anyway, I want to ask this question. So I'm in the process of clearing out my closet because we're about to have some things painted. And one thing I've got in my closet that I used to collect a shit ton of. And I'm curious if people are, well, you can't say they're still like this because I don't guess you can get it anymore. One thing I love in life, I love music. I have literally got about easily over 400 CDs.
Oh my God, CDs.
Yes, and they're still in there. Now, a lot of them have traveled with me for many years, and I don't know if you could find a CD player somewhere where you could even still listen to them. But I'm wondering if people are still sitting on their CD collection.
Probably.
Because I'm almost at a point, even though I've got some damn good shit in there, and there's shit that you... unless you just did some hunting down to find certain ones, you probably would never be able to find them again. I really just want to pick it all up and chunk it. Because I'm kind of like at a point that I'm never going to listen to them again.
Like, I think cassettes sounded better, but of course CDs were a lot more convenient. But
the day and age we live in now, you can't get any more convenient.
No.
Depending on what kind of music you feel like listening to at the drop of the hat, you just pull it up and listen to. Back in the day when you had CDs, you had to dig through your shit if you wanted to change your style up or whatever. So,
and hope the CD wasn't scratched.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is going to drive me fucking nuts. I can't believe this summer. It has been raining here every single day, it seems like, for the past 2 weeks. And I was kind of wondering when he was going to come, and sure enough, he shows up at 7 o'clock this evening, so that's perfect.
Yes, I do remember Columbia House, Voodoo, where you get like, 10 cassettes for a penny? But then after those 10 cassettes, you'd have to buy like cassette. It was like $14.99 for one tape.
Oh yeah,
that's
definitely.
how they get you.
Quick donation. Thank you, Mr. Ed Barkley. He says, awesome video on the new RTA mic. Can't wait to try it, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now it's Terry Boxer instead of Terry Vapor. Thank you for the donation. Joking, I guess that's how you spell joking nowadays. He said, did buy it from him.
You're trying to cover your tracks?
Oh
AST.
God. Yo.
I heard you were telling a story about all the CDs and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I have?
What's that?
DVDs.
Oh God.
I've got, those big bins that you could buy from Home Depot.
Yes.
The big bins. I have 2 of those full.
That's
full
crazy.
of DVD. And then I have, I think it's about 4 smaller bins with DVDs. I've got lots of DVDs.
I think DVDs are still good because there's still movies you can't quite get on Amazon or Netflix or something. So DVDs still come in really handy.
No, I've got some great movies on those DVDs. But
yeah, but I'm at a point though that I am never ever. Well, for the first thing, my truck doesn't even have a CD player in it because we're past them days. To be honest with you, I don't even think we have a CD player in this house. So it's more of like, do you hold on to it because it's a collection? I mean, some of this shit is damn near, what? Getting into over 30 years old.
I mean, if it's like really popular or well-known shit, who knows, maybe it'll be worth something one day. Like, 20, 30, 40 bucks.
Yeah, but to who?
Whoever likes the band, I guess. But if it's like shitty country music or like, shit like that, I'd throw it out.
What is that?
Garage sale. Fuck it.
What?
That's his garbage disposal.
No, that's my yard guy cutting my grass. He shows up right when the show gets started.
Damn, you got the windows open?
No, he's like right there.
Oh shit.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so I have all these DVDs and I have no clue where to put them. I got them in the garage. They're just sitting in there. It's like, okay, what do I do with all this? I'm tempted to just throw them all in the garbage, but I don't want to throw them out.
I can't win. I can never win. I swear to God, I can never win.
You got to tell your landscapers never ever come on Tuesdays.
Oh my God. I just can't believe it. Well, thankfully he's pretty quick, so he'll have it knocked out. Probably at 8 o'clock when we go up there. But anyway, Dan Carey, what's going on? I hope you're recovering well, sir. Thank you for the donation. He says, evening, gents. Evening? Oh, yeah. Make sure you stop there and just let it run a minute. There you go.
Is it one of the ride-on ones, it sounds like?
No, he's on a zero turn.
Oh.
He'll fly through it, but...
has a point. He says that your records might be worth something. Actually, it wasn't now. I'm sorry. Someone said, anyway, Voodoo says vinyl is sought after. Maybe CDs will be too. Vinyl records is like the top dollar for that shit right now. So maybe holding on to this stuff in the future, collectors will want it.
Especially if we got some Nickelback CDs.
Well, you got plenty of those, Mark. Right?
Supposed to be worth something someday. I don't have any CDs, thankfully.
But, well, you got to remember this. Even though a CD is not that big, but when you have 400 of them, they take up a decent amount of space. And I've got like a shelf that I've had in my closet. And when we first moved into this house, I crammed them all up on there, and basically that's where they've sat forever. So...
That's the one thing I'm surprised I don't have. I think I only own maybe 2 CDs.
Dude.
I have, and one of them is Biggie Smalls. It's a Biggie CD. And the other one is from a group from back in the days, a Tribe Called Quest. Those are the only 2 CDs I have. And they're somewhere. I don't know where. They're somewhere in the house. But I know I have those 2.
Raw Chuck for $3. He says rip them to digital and then sell the hard copy. But the problem is, like, not even computers come with CD drives anymore.
I have an external, so I could do that, but I'm not gonna sit here and do all that.
The thing is, I don't have to. I've got sources of where I get my music from now that it's all sitting there digital. All I have to do is just type in my search bar and bam, I can listen to any one of these I want pretty much.
It's so convenient. You don't even got to go look for that CD.
Exactly.
But the only thing is that you don't own those songs. With the CD, at least you own a copy of the song.
No, I got that. But I'm just saying that in the day and age we live in now, I don't rely on stuff like that anymore. Yeah. That's one of my biggest loves in life is music. So I pay for satellite in my truck. I pay for Apple Music. And I'm always listening to music. I mean, and I'm not just like stuck on one thing. I'm kind of all over the place. So it's just, I see all that crap and I'm kind of like, ugh. I just want to pick it up and take it out to a dumpster and dump it. But I know by doing that, it's kind of like there might be some collectible stuff in there that if you hold on to it for a little longer, you know, you never know.
You got a point there. Who just wrote that? Moto says YouTube. He's got YouTube. Technically, all this music is on YouTube too.
Yeah.
We're talking about for free.
Yeah.
You go on, you just do a search on YouTube. It'll come up, and you watch it on their channel that they have, or listen to it actually. But yeah, it's free too. So it's like there's no need for CDs.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
And all that stuff. But you never know. Maybe if you could put it away somewhere, maybe in the garage and just let it sit there. Who knows? Maybe 20 years from now, someone will give you good money for those CDs.
But that's kind of the thing. I have to leave it inside because climate control. You leave it out in the heat, Because
Oh, that's true.
our heat
So all of
is
my
unbe-
DVDs in the garage are probably all warped, right?
they could be like some
They could.
crazy
Well,
shit going on.
they've been in the garage since I did the renovations upstairs.
Damn.
That was what,
Oh, that's been a
4 years
good while.
now they've been sitting in there. So they've gone through 4 hot summers.
Yeah.
Now I think it's 5. But I got to go dig them out. They're all the way. They're buried in the back of the garage. If they're
Yeah.
destroyed, I'll be a little upset.
I was a big user of Napster and LimeWire. Those are my two for music.
Well, exactly why I don't have a lot of CDs. I had all my music over Napster.
Yeah, exactly.
I downloaded so much stuff, but now it's like I have like I said, you can listen to this shit on YouTube. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can get free music from there to listen there if you want. Like my cell phone, my plan that I have that includes Apple Music for free. So I have Apple Music for free too.
All right.
So
I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to move my vehicle so he can get in the backyard real quick. I'll be right back.
oh my God!
I
Yo,
know,
tell
man.
him never to come again on Tuesday.
I know.
SD, tell him, don't you know who I am? I am Shook Knight, Uncle Phil, ST Mother Effin' Vapes.
Pirate Bay. That was a good place to get movies. So it was Pirate Bay. It was called. It was a little complicated for newer users though. Like
what's this for movies?
Yeah, well, back in the day, it's not. I don't think it's around anymore though.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, back in the day, it was good for movies. Like
yeah. Puff. Prime Music is free to a certain extent. You won't get everything on there. Like if you tell, let's say you have, I'm not gonna say her name, but if you have her in your house and you tell her, play me some rock and roll music or some heavy metal, rap music, it'll start playing music. Whatever is the free stuff, they'll play. Yeah,
pretty much anything you sign up for nowadays, you get free unlimited music. It's like they're just giving the shit away.
I have also YouTube Music.
Oh, do you?
I haven't even used yet. I have it with YouTube Premium. They give you, that's part of it. They give you YouTube Music. So I need to make I don't know. It's like, why would I need 2 different playlists? I have the one that I've been using, the Apple one, and it's all filled up right now. I got all my music in there. It's great too, because as soon as I go, I have the Android Auto in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I get into the car, start it up, automatically Android Auto connects to my phone and starts playing my playlist that I have on my phone from Apple Music.
So convenient.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful.
I've had Prime for years and never knew it. Yeah, you get music, you get movies, and I think you might get books too. I think there's, if you like to read.
Yeah. Then I have well, you can't see it now. It's in the corner back there. I have one of those Wi-Fi light fixtures it's an IKEA fixture, but it was a collab with Sonos. You know, the Sonos that makes sound bars and all that. And I have that one hooked up through Ethernet. It's got an Ethernet port in it. I got the app, and I have it controlled to where not only can I tell her, I'm not going to say her name, to turn that light on, but it would be cool if I could be able to play music that way. But to play music off that, I'd have to go into the Sonos app, and it's linked to my Apple, and I just activate it there, and I just start playing the music from that speaker there. But that would have been cool if it was a way to where it was done that I didn't have to use the Sonos app to play my Apple Music on there. That's what sucks about it, but it's an awesome lamp. But and then I have my Apple Music connected to her name with the A. I'm not going to say her name, so I don't set off people's machines. I have it connected there too, because I could ask her start playing music from my Apple from my app, and it'll start playing music.
God, we used to do that so much in these rooms. Say the A word because we all had them. and everybody's shit would be going off nonstop.
Dude, at one
got rid of
point,
mine
I
for that
unplugged
reason.
mine, and for like over a year, it was unplugged down here. And I finally plugged in. I've had it plugged in now down here for about, I don't know, 6 months.
It's
I bought the
crazy.
little show one, the one with the screen, and I got rid of it because of these guys. Because they kept saying, "Goddamn, you know what? Setting the goddamn thing off every day."
Yeah, Marvin, I got to try it out. I mean, I have YouTube Music. I gotta maybe mess around with that too. But I pay for that, obviously, through the premium. But who knows? I don't know if I'll keep YouTube Premium. I mean, if YouTube pisses me off, if I get more strikes, I'm canceling it. Fuck that. So, Esty, what happened? Did you tell them that you're live? You got thousands of people watching you?
No. I was out
No?
there. I pulled my truck up, and he was out front, and he had his head down, but he's got his music going. So I was like, but he just texted me, so I'm texting him right now, letting him know that when he gets done, I'll hit him up.
Hey, Rec Country. I do almost the same thing. I don't have the PS5, but I use my PS4 as my DVD player. That's so if I want to watch a DVD, I just slap it into the PS4. But an actual DVD player, I don't even own one. I don't even have one in the house.
Yeah.
Banana Cream Beauty from Baked Line. I gotta try that, Dan. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you're so right on that. Not only is it for the music, you could shut the app down while watching. Let's say you're listening to you put on a podcast, but it's on YouTube. You could shut off your screen on there, and it'll still keep playing, which is great. That's obviously one of the benefits to the YouTube Premium.
That sucks that you gotta pay in order to get that feature.
Yeah, so you get that feature. You get obviously all the the ads are gone, and you get the YouTube Music.
I would love to have YouTube on and have the screen off.
Okay, well, you were mentioning something right before I left, and you got to remember. So I remember Napster and all that shit. I had all these CDs before Napster was even around.
Oh wow.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because you know, this is what I used to have to do, and I'm certain I'm not the only one. There'd be a lot of times bands that I would like would put one song out off of a new release CD that I'd like, only one song, but I would still go purchase the CD just to have that one song.
And you know, sometimes like I used to do that too, and on those CDs there used to be one or two unreleased songs or mixes that you can't get anywhere else.
True.
And those are the CDs I would keep, like the ones that you can't find or has released shit. I would keep those CDs.
So I can't tell you how many times I had to do that. So there's at least, I guarantee you, there's at least 100 CDs sitting in there because it was only one song that I gave a damn about. So, that's the weed eater going.
Oh, it sounds like a goddamn motorcycle.
You might as well bring him in the house, put him on the fucking show.
I'm about first. I'm gonna see if he wants to take a shower, get a cold drink first.
Yep.
Oh man. But yeah, so
Oh, wait a minute. So, going back to that, Esty, with the CDs, not all of us have money like you. We couldn't afford to buy all these CDs. That's why we're using Napster. You were just buying them like crazy. It's good to be a player.
I hear you. That's back when I was single and I didn't have anything else I had to spend my money on.
That was back in the days when you were slinging rocks on the corner, huh?
I'm going to tell you what's up. If there's one thing, I'm telling you, I've always, not that I'm like, I don't know how to, I guess I'm passionate about music because I listen to it all the time. But dude, it ain't just like going buying one CD. I'd go like weekly and buy a few each week, because there was just always new music coming out that I liked. But
I was never really big into music. I sometimes prefer to be in a silent room or listen to like a podcast, but the podcast has to do with aliens and shit like that, or else not interested.
It can't be a Mark and ST podcast.
I can't. Like I said, I prefer silence. It has to be a fucking about aliens or conspiracy, some shit like that. I like to listen to that kind of stuff.
Oh man. Bachelor, thank you for the donation. He says keep that TVC and Vlad Classic CD ST. I don't know if he put out any classic CDs there, but
I thought, like, in my opinion, I thought cassette tape sounded better than CDs.
He just said he wanted to come in. I was trying to wave him to come on in, but I don't guess he's gonna do it.
I think in my garage, I think I have this. I got this like small pouch that I have like where I kept CDs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the 2 CDs that I had bought are in there, and then I have a bunch of CDs which I had burnt from Napster Music and made my own CDs. But I'm pretty sure I also have some cassette tapes in there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of the cassette tapes I have is a Metallica one.
Yeah, that's classic right there. Those I'd keep.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to trump you, but upstairs in the attic, the worst place to be for things, because I just don't care. I've got a wooden crate upstairs that's like made for tapes, and I've probably got about 50 cassette tapes up there, which they're probably all melted to the freaking wood now because they've been up there forever. I do have some classic metal ones up in there, but I've got a shit ton of classic metal on CDs. I mean, you pretty much name it, and I've probably got it. So,
Dude, I loved having a CD changer. You know, as a matter of fact, matter of fact, you want to hear a crazy story? This was when I first met my wife while we were going out. Anyway, for my birthday, it was like probably the first gift she ever got me was a Kenwood. Was it 8-disc or 10-disc? Can't remember. CD changer for my car. You know that I still have that CD changer. I got it in the garage. I got rid of everything. I had stereo systems. I had everything. I mean, look, I say that I'm not big into music. There's a reason why. I love music. I used to be crazy obsessed with music, but I like to play music loud.
Oh, me too.
It's got to be loud. But the problem with me is I've had so many different stereo systems from the bass. I used to compete in competitions. I have trophies. I've won lots of stereo competitions. Fucked up my hearing. So I try to avoid very loud music. So that's why I kind of tend to stay away, because I love to blast it. But where was I getting at? Oh, the CD changer. So anyway, like I said, I've sold all the stereo systems I've had, the vehicles that it was in, whatever. But I did keep the CD changer only because it was the first gift she ever got me. And I still have it.
Was it one of the ones where it went inside your trunk and you had to load the CDs in the trunk?
Yeah, you could put it in the trunk, or you could modify it somewhere in the glove box if you wanted to.
Do you remember when those first came out? They weren't even wireless then.
Oh, wired. Yeah.
You'd have that wired remote sitting up there, like you'd have to run underneath your carpet or just run it on top of shit. It didn't matter. But you'd have it sitting there. But yes, I remember all that shit.
Am I an audiophile? No. A bass head. Thank you, Quick. I'm a bass head. I was big into stereo systems. Every car I'd buy, stereo systems inside them. I have, you know what, all my trophies that I've won, I actually still have them. I have them in my mother-in-law's garage. They're sitting in there with some other stuff of mine.
Dude, those... I mean, that's what I used to do, like, when I first got in, when I first was able to get out riding around and shit, that's what we would do. We just get out riding and jam all the time, you know, and that was shit.
I mean, the Stair System was just the bass off it was just so intense. I never forget the one time I pulled in to pick up a friend of mine, pulled into his driveway, and I had just gotten everything installed. This new, I think it was Fosgate 15s that I put in, Rockford Fosgates. So I pull in. Now he heard me coming from like 3 blocks away. But I had it still cranked. I pulled into the driveway. Dude, his mother comes running out of the house. Shut it off! Dude, where I pulled into the driveway, they were an Italian family, you know, and she had her China glass thing. The China glass started rattling like this and tipping all over and falling. Dude, I broke almost all of it. Yes. Never forget that.
Oh, you got a donation there, Mark.
From Bachelor, $2. Boys in the Hood was Mark's favorite. Actually, I bought a Eazy-E cassette from Jewtown, and I remember opening it, and there was no tape inside of the cassette.
What?
And there's no way you can return shit at Jewtown because the next week the people are usually never there. Yeah, he was selling tapes, like fake ones. They had no tape inside the cassette. It was like just a cassette with nothing in it.
Oh, God.
I got fucking taken.
Damn.
Thanks for the donation there, Mr. Raw Chuck. He says, why does Zoom need 24 hours to set up an account for a darn room? I bought one just now, but...
I'd never heard that before.
I never heard of that either. Normally, it's automatic. As soon as you set it up, you're good to go.
Go in your account and make your room number.
I had Orion amps in there. I've had so many systems. Dude, I've had kickers. Oh my God, the kicker system I had. And then I had the kicker Solar Barracks. Oh my God, those things were crazy. The bass of them. I go on and on about stereo systems.
I had buddies that were into it, but I had buddies that were more into building their own shit. Now, not to say that they were looking like hardcore custom, but they would just go buy like, you know, some raw wood from whatever place was selling it, get the damn saws out, cut some holes in, drop some woofers in, maybe paint the boxes up or whatever. Again, they didn't really care for the appearance. It was more the sound they were trying to get out of it.
Yeah. So, mine, I had plexiglas. Dude, I cut out the rear deck of my Audi, and I had custom built the box to where the 215s were in the rear deck.
Yep.
Slamming against the back window. Oh my God. So I was getting that. I mean, if a lot of people that know about the stereo systems for cars, if you threw one like in a hatchback, you get crazy bass from a hatchback.
Oh yeah,
just pouring through. So I had it set up like that, where it was like had that hatchback effect. Crazy plexiglass, inside all done up, neon lights inside the box. Crazy. The neon lights around the car, inside the car.
Since we're kind of all over the place, I do have one little funny story I just told the guys a while ago. I was even talking to Mr. Ginger Vapor about it earlier, but so y'all know I've gotten into the knife thing, and now I'm kind of getting into the path with it to where I've been in a lot of the groups, so I've started kind of flipping a few things, you know, just doing what everybody does. I had one particular one up on the auction block for sale. And I had a gentleman hit me up yesterday from Austria. Not Australia, but Austria. And I went back and forth with this gentleman about, you know, just little details I guess you go through when you're making a transition on a knife online with somebody you don't know. And the gentleman seemed to be pretty proper on English and all that, but we got to a point. I told him what it was going to cost him, what was going to happen, how he was going to have to pay for it. And he seemed pretty fine and legit. Well, I had to put my phone down. Of course, I was working, and then I picked my phone up a little bit later, and his reply back was, he said, all right, well, let's just do this. Go ahead and send me the knife, and as soon as I get it, I'll go ahead and pay you the money for it. I'm like, dude, you have obviously never in your fucking life purchased something online. And it was comical to get this message back because this dude was dead serious.
I did something like that one time. I was asking the guy if he would just ship me the guitar first, and I would pay him. And I'm like, and I use my YouTube channel as like my collateral. Like, look at my YouTube channel. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to rip you off. And he kind of just laughed in my face. He's like, dude, you barely get any views.
And nothing's changed.
I know. I'm like, you piece of shit.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care who you are, what your status in life is. If you're a total stranger to me, I'm not sending you something, especially something of value, and expect after you get it to pay me. It's not going to happen. If that was the case, that's what stores would do. They would just send you the shit and say, well, I hope they pay for it.
I've had only one guy my entire life do that for me. He sent me something. I sent what I had to send, but we were doing a trade, but I wanted to get the item first before I sent out his item. And it worked out, luckily.
Oh my God, I thought that was hysterical. Of course, I didn't leave a rude comment back. I just kind of put like LOL, that's pretty funny. And of course, that's not how shit gets done. And apparently you've never purchased anything online. And then he looked at the message, but he didn't reply back. So we were done pretty quick there. So
Let me see. I'm going to try and find the picture where I had I think this was one of the stereo systems that's the one thing I wish back then we didn't have all these cell phones with the cameras and stuff like that.
yeah.
It would have been awesome.
David Swearingen, thank you for the donation there, sir. He says, I had a quadraphonic 4-channel 8-track in my used 67 Chevy Caprice. Damn, son, you got that old school Caprice rolling there.
That would have been nice.
Anyway, this is the car. This is at a stereo competition right there.
Yep,
which I'm lined up ready,
That's that old school shit right there.
Yeah, Audi 5000. Dude, I paid $5,000 for that car. And my stereo system, I had spent about $12,000. The stereo system was worth more than the car.
Oh, man.
I have pictures, but I have them in, what do you call it? They're not digital.
That was back in the day when if you had a disposable camera, you actually had to get the photos developed if you actually wanted to see the photos.
Yeah, that's what I did. I have photos that I had developed from one of the stereo competitions. But it would have been awesome. Like I was saying, back then we were all with the beepers.
Good old beepers.
Yeah, there was no cell phones.
And you could say, I'd have like people send me shit. They used to say like "go to hell." You flip it upside down, it reads "go to hell." You could say hello. You could say all kinds of shit with numbers.
143 was "I love you."
Oh, was it? Yep.
Yeah.
All kinds of crazy shit.
Ruben, I believe me. I believe you, son. He says, you can send me something. I can be trusted. I know you can, Ruben. Because Mike Vapes lives close to you, and he'll come your way if you don't.
Oh, look, Robert's in chat, folks. Anyone needs a boxer, he's your man.
Oh, my God. Don't do that to Robert. He'll be answering messages all goddamn night.
I think if you contact him, send him a really long sob story about your life.
Don't do that to Robert.
He might listen. It might feel bad.
Robert's changing all his contact info as we speak. Yeah, it's funny. Now, there's a lot of scammers out there.
Oh, yeah.
I know there's scammers in every community, and they work every angle. But now that I've been kind of a part of the knife community and in a lot of the bigger Facebook groups with it and gotten to see some of the scams that have gone on, this is what people do. And they do it in every community. what is one of the main things you do? Screenshots. Everybody takes screenshots of shit before you get a chance to delete or do whatever. But these guys will have long conversations going back and forth about, hey, I want to buy this, and they go bag for it. And then it gets up to a point to where once somebody gets the money, then all of a sudden they've blocked that person where they can't get back in touch with them, and then they're screwed. But, like, of course, every community, if you scam somebody, you go on a list, and they share your name all over the damn community. So you'd have to come in under a new name just to be able to try some shit, which people do that. But thank you for the donation there, Robert. He says, you're making me feel old.
That's because you are old, you old son of a bitch.
But yeah, man, I've seen some of the scams, and some of them are kind of good. You know, people have put some thought into other ones. I kind of sit there and look at it, and it's like, how in the world could you have done some shit like that? That had scam written all over it.
Scamming hasn't been as bad as it seems like once the C hit last year.
Mm-hmm.
Spamming got like it's at its worst right now.
Oh yeah,
like texting, email, and the scams are actually pretty believable sometimes.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
Because I've even spoke about it on these lives before. You know, like some of the biggest ones going around would be like, oh, you've won your prize on Amazon. All you need to do is contact us.
I get that text. I was getting that text all the time. I ended up blocking on a number so many times that they stopped.
Yep. That was a big one.
I got one that I think was a free year of Netflix or free 3 months of
Netflix was another one. That was another one.
Just click the link.
There was another one that kept telling me, your new pair of AirPods are waiting on you. You just got to give such and such information so we can get them sent to you. And then there was the other one, the one that I even sent to y'all that I realized, oh shit, look at this shit going on. Where it was supposedly DHL trying to deliver something, but they needed $1 so they could make the delivery, and all they wanted was your credit card information.
Yep. I get a lot of emails about like, it says your package has been shipped. Here's your tracking information, but it doesn't say like what it is, who it was from. I didn't order shit. But I'm not going to, click on it. But I know people probably do click on that shit a lot.
Yeah, there's some shady-ass folks out there. So they put a lot of work into it, though.
The car warranty ones.
Yep.
You get the car warranty.
Oh, God damn.
Oh, so many. Oh, my God.
Those are the worst right there.
Car warranty's the best.
Yeah. I guess I wouldn't have thought about that one, but that is a pretty good one. Especially if you're somebody that makes a lot of purchases on Amazon and you're just thinking, or maybe your head's out there, you got a lot going on, and it's like somebody says, hey, you need to do this in order for us to get your package delivered to you, which obviously it would go through your account if something tricky was going on. It wouldn't automate or generate a call or a text to you. But some people fall for that shit.
Yeah, I've had that one, Dakota, with the your social security number has been compromised.
Mm-hmm.
Call us within a week. Like, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, Joe, I've gotten that email too. The Nigerian Prince. I've got that one too. You send me 20,000, and so I'll get your info. Then I'll be with that 20,000. I'll be able to send you. I'll send you 500,000.
I've had two so far that seem kind of adjoined with one another, but they're coming out of the UK, and supposedly I'm a part of some class action lawsuit to where I can get like $10,000 if I just give my social security number. And it's like, so on some of these that are going to my junk mail, I'll write like just a dirty, nasty letter back just for the hell of it, regardless if it's a bot sending the shit out or whatever it is. I just do it for the hell of it because I get bored sometimes with it. But
I usually talk nasties to some of the callers, and they're pretty nasty and like back. They'll talk about your mother and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
I answer them hoping that it's an actual person and not a fucking recording. Oh man, because then I'll keep them on the phone. If I got nothing to do, I'll keep them on the phone and waste their time for hours.
Yep.
I have to. Fuck
And
that.
it's usually like
piss them
Indian.
off.
I don't know what it is about the whole Indian thing, but
Rawchuck, thank you for the donation. He says, Zoom after the show, when the audio goes silent, I can't allow people in. I hope this isn't rude. What?
what?
Huh?
What the hell is he talking about?
Said he made a Zoom account, made a Zoom room, but I have no idea what. When the audio goes silent, I can allow people in. What the hell does that mean?
He's
off his meds.
well, Raw could be off his meds, but he's also there are some things he needs to check off in there to set this room up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, he might be having some issues there. I don't know.
If you go to zoom.us, Rodchuck, and go into your account and go to meetings and go to the settings, there's like 30 settings that you need to either check or check off.
That's the ones he probably don't know which to check and which not. So I don't know.
Yeah, I had gotten an email from PayPal saying that my account was shut down. In violations, shut down. So I go on my PayPal, everything looks fine. So I think at that same time, it was coincidental that I saw that. I had to call PayPal anyway to talk to them about something. So I ended up doing what I had to do, tell them, and then I asked them about the email. I'm like, look, I got an email from you guys. Is my account like gonna be shut down or something? They're like, no, there's nothing noted here. No email was sent to you about something like that. Then they actually wanted the email from me. They wanted me to forward them that email. So I guess they could do an investigation to figure out who this is. Yeah, I've gotten that too. I've got so many fucking scammers, man.
It's
Dude,
crazy.
and it has been this past year. It has been super bad with that shit.
I have had the IRS call me, which they don't call.
Yeah.
Oh, the actual IRS?
Oh, I love it when they call though, because then I let them have it.
Benji got a question for you, Mark.
Mark getting the hell vape fat rabbit RTA. That is a negative, Benji. That is a negative.
I should have that in the next few days.
You know, we talked about that the other night, and I know it was posted. It was probably posted all over Facebook, but somebody, I'm sorry, I forgot your name again, but he posted it in my group. So I went over to Vic's channel to see if he had done a video on that, and apparently, I guess he did like a little live show about it, or talked about it some. I guess there's more to that story than what I knew, but I mean,
He didn't. He didn't design the RTA.
yeah,
I think people automatically think that that's his design. It's not his design. The only thing he did was give them ideas for the airflow.
that's what he was saying. So I'm
Yeah, he said it. So I don't know where people are getting that was his design. Dude, how big is your fucking property that they're still there?
dude, there's at least 30 people out there. They'll be out there for another 3 hours working. It's so big. Oh shit! Thank you for the thank you for the donation there, Mr. Davis. He says, I like to cut up the papers that come in junk mail and then stuff them in a prepaid self-addressed envelope and send it back to them. That sounds like a lot of work, but it does sound fun to do, though.
To the Mexicans, when they come, they're here 2 minutes. They cut my grass, and that's it.
Well, you got
Dublin, you got a point. We are the 3 biggest scammers.
This dude works by himself. That's why you're hearing more activity going on. So, oh man, he's not done weed eating yet either. So he's about to come back and do some more of that. Oh man, woo! I wish well, no, I don't wish I had some farmland, because if I did, there's no telling what this guy would charge me. Now, normally that would be me out there doing that, but when I jacked my back up, a little over a month ago, I needed somebody to cover on the yard for a little while, and then I just kind of like, you know what, I'm going to let this guy do it for the summer, but I got to say, I have enjoyed that, but
Yeah, that's what I heard him say exactly. They all he did was change the airflow. They showed him an RTA, change the airflow. I could understand that they want to do that. I guess that project with them. So, and then they decided not to do it with him. So
yeah,
he's pissed over that. I don't know, whatever. But my point is that how people automatically say that he designed an RTA and they stole it from him, which is not true.
yeah,
That's straight
We
out of
know
his
how
mouth.
it works. One person hears it, they tell it to another person, they add their little piece to it, and eventually, as it goes through like 10 different people, it's a whole different story at the end.
but definitely at the end of the day, hold on, I can't hear.
Well, when you got 30 acres of property, of course.
I know this though. There's two people in this world that actually know what happened with all that, and that's Hell Vape and Vic. So nobody really knows other than them two. You know, the 100%. You know, I mean, Vic might have added some on there that really wasn't there, or he might not be. Hell Vape might. Well, Hell Vape ain't really said anything. They've just done what they're doing. But
Well, I could understand why he's pissed. That is
I
fucked up.
can too. I can too now.
That is
Don't get me
fucked up.
wrong.
But he did say himself that they presented him with an RTA,
Yeah.
and all he did was change, I guess, the airflow. So,
But and he also made mention of this. I heard him say, he said, you know, like, he already knew that they'd messed with Grimm on his pod system, which I don't know the whole story to that.
yeah.
And then whoever else it was. Who else got messed up with Hellvet? Well, I don't really know the deal with Ethan there either. It's, again, none of my business.
Ethan got his cut already. He's okay.
Yeah, I'm fixed. I don't really feel bad for him because he got a fat cut out of all that. So,
And
but
I'm pretty sure. Hold on 1 second. I'm pretty sure they messaged him the same way. I think they did. Was it them that messaged Brian? No, that was. I'm sorry, that was Geek Vape.
yeah. So
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it's not my business to know it. So
Intake XL. I'm not sure. I kind of. The funny part was that I cut ties with Og Vape. Talked with them. I hadn't talked to them in like, wow, how long was it? A good like maybe 5 months.
it said it'd been a while.
Yeah, but they actually contacted me a few days ago. I guess they were going through a big ownership change. That's why they stopped all production. I know there's a lot of people that were pissed about the intake sub-ohm tank coils. They stopped everything, all production on everything during this change of ownership. So one of the owners, the guy that I would deal with through Og Vape, actually bought out the whole company. So he's like the big owner now for Og Vape. So they're going to be making a comeback again.
No.
But he was kind of hinting to me now to start a new project with them, and I don't know if I want to. I do have an idea. Look, if they were to just vanish on me, I have an idea for the intake series, and I was actually planning on maybe presenting it to another company and continue it there. But now it's like, I don't know what to do. So we'll see.
You still got some other fish in the pan right now, so Scarelli, thank you for the donation there. He said just because you guys rock. Thank you. No, thank you.
I smoke rock.
Yeah, you do a lot of that.
Yeah, I did reply to them, but the thing is, I don't know if I want to work with them again because I'm kind of upset because I never wanted. That's the one project which I did say inside the video that it wasn't my full design. It wasn't my idea. This was kind of a together project. I didn't really want to do a sub-ohm tank because of the coil situation. Yeah. And they promised me that they won't stop producing those coils. They'll always be available, and they did. They stopped. So that kind of pissed me off. Because people, and the thing is that the tank, another thing was, no other coils were compatible with it. So now people got tanks just laying around that they're garbage. They're going to have to, because they can't get coils for that tank. And that really upset me. We'll see.
Lynn Smith just mentioned, he said he was told not to show the Addy, but showed it on a few shows, so they pulled the plug on him.
Yeah, Victor broke the NDA agreement by showing it on a live show, so Hell Vape cut ties with him. His own fault. Nothing for him to cry about. I know nothing about anything.
I don't know anything about that either. That seems kind of drastic, though, because, I mean...
So that's what happened? He showed it on previous live shows and they got pissed at him?
That's what they're saying. I see, I'm kind of like way out of tune with a lot of folks now, so I really don't know what's going on in the world anymore. Other than like if I hear it from these two, or I just happen to see something posted like in my group or maybe one of the other groups that I happen to read about. But two, if it starts kind of like steamrolling into like a major drama thing, I kind of like, okay, y'all have y'all's way with that, but I don't know. I guess whatever happens, that happens. It just seems like now, I can remember back in the day, like when you didn't want folks seeing shit. I mean, there was like really a reason, because so many products were being pumped out. Everybody was looking for the latest and greatest. And of course, you didn't want something being seen before it was time for it to hit the market.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's kind of like things have dried up so much. It's kind of like, I don't know. I guess people probably still do care about it, but it just doesn't seem to have as much effect as it would have back in the day. But maybe that's just because I'm out of tune with things. I don't know.
Jake White, Hell Vape seems kind of shady now, though.
Hell Vape
I'll tell you the truth.
shady to me all the time.
I've done with a lot of companies multiple projects, but I think I've only done one, right? Yeah, one with Hell Vape. That's it.
Yeah.
Which was the Rebirth. I just never. I have a whole plan. Well, I'm not gonna even talk about it. Anyway,
I remember
I giving my ideas away.
I reviewed one of their very first mech mods, and I had a really good relationship with them. But then when Heathen came on the scene, they completely just shut me down, even though we had a really good relationship. So I know for a fact Heathen told them to keep me out of the picture.
Mm.
So that's why I consider them shady as fuck to do something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, like, well, back a few years ago, I couldn't say, hey, in a few years, who's going to care? But now I could actually say, hey, in a few years, who's really going to give a damn?
Yep.
But what else we got going on out here?
Well, the thing is, Kip, like, I don't think they purposely are using people's names, but since they're in China, we're in the States, they can kind of do whatever they want to do.
Without repercussion.
Yeah.
Because who honestly in the States is going to go after them?
Yep.
Yeah. So you're basically trusting them.
Yes.
But the thing is, obviously, if you're a smaller channel, you can't really call them out. That's the one thing. I'm surprised Grim never did. I hear all these stories, but I've never heard Grim ever say that something, that hell they fucked him.
I haven't kept up if he did, but I never heard. But I don't think Grim's real big into like stirring the pot. But
Oh, you have to. That's you have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect all the reviewers
yeah,
by doing you have to call out these companies, and then to try and convince them, fucked up thing they did, and then hopefully your followers will protest them and not buy their products and put a hurting on them, just like there was that
Tony
back
B.
with Vupu.
Tony
Vupu
B,
almost
yep.
shut down
Yep.
because of what happened with Tony B. And I'm not getting into. People are gonna ask. I'm not getting into that.
But I do agree with you to a point to say that I'm surprised that more wasn't put out about that, because back then, of course, we were all a little knee deeper into all this stuff. I couldn't tell you at all what went down with the deal with Grim and Hell Vape. It was just what I can't tell you.
Yeah, Grim don't do drama. I understand, but when it comes to someone trying to hurt your pocket and ripping you off, you better do drama on that. Don't let them companies get away with it. You got to call them out.
Yeah, because you do have to remember this. Even though all these products are bought worldwide, one of their biggest seller or one of their biggest buyers was the U.S. So if you put a dent on sales in the U.S., they feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kip, those contracts mean absolutely nothing. It's just a piece of paper. They're in China, we're in the States. They don't mean anything.
Yeah,
The only company that I actually signed, if I remember correctly, the only company ever for one of my projects signing paperwork, NDAs, whatever, shit like that, was Vape, my first project. No one of the other companies, nothing.
I mean, I don't even think they hold any weight if something happens. Since they're in China, you're in the States. Like, what?
Yeah, well, you got to think about this.
Who's gonna do what? You know?
Exactly. Well, you can just put common sense to this. First of all, if you're going to try to make something happen, of course, you've got to get legal counsel going. Who's going to start dropping all the money? And then again, where's it even going to go?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? Have them fly over here to some court and have it out, or you go over there? It's not going to work.
Yep.
So
Just a bunch of shit.
yeah. I don't know. What is that? RBD says Grimm called out Hellvape, but he was very professional about it. Okay. He was probably he probably said what he had to say, and that's all he said of it, to where, like with us, when we've talked about things, we've talked about it numerous times and probably put a little bit more heat into it, but
Yeah.
that probably, I would have to say, the Tony B thing was probably the biggest stir up, as long as I can remember, of like shit really getting serious.
Yeah, well, if you get a few big reviewers start calling them out constantly, then everyone then is going to jump in.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, you know what? I'm thinking about maybe doing a project. I don't want that happening to me. I'm
Yeah.
giving my ideas, my design to this company, and they're going to profit off it, my design, and I'm not going to get $1 from it.
Yeah.
So you have to call out these companies.
And you knew they were feeling the sting from it, because then, what was it? It wasn't not that long after it happened, they were offering like top dollar just to get some reviews done by reviewers. And I ain't talking about just like mincemeat. I'm talking about prime rib.
Talked about this. They've offered me a lot of money, and I rejected.
Of course, there is somebody on this panel that ate pretty good off of that one. It obviously ain't me and Mike, but
Yep.
What was it? What was it we were talking about? I was reading chat.
I was talking about how, like, shortly after all the stuff happened with Tony B and everybody just quit reviewing Voopoo, they were like offering bukus of money for their products to be
Because
reviewed.
I knew for a fact it was going to blow over and people were going to eventually start reviewing for them again. So I'm like, why should I even bother quit? I'll keep reviewing for them. Fuck it. I don't know. Like, no offense to any of the reviewers, but I don't know I don't know if what Tony B said is true. I don't know if what Voopoo said is true. I was not there, so I don't know what their deal was. I'm only going by what he said in the video, which, doesn't mean anything. So unless I'm there and I know exactly what happens, but everyone's gotten fucked. I've gotten fucked by people. I didn't see people doing anything about it. Mike's got fucked. Everyone got fucked at some point.
Hell, I got fucked on my pod system.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the nature of the game. You get fucked.
Yep.
Move on and just go.
Hopefully, I don't get fucked on this project here for the Eclipse.
Actually, I got a double fucking on mine. I could sense something was going on, and that's funny I say sense, seeing how that was the company. But I had that gut feeling something was going on. And then on top of that, that's right when the flavor ban shit just got started. We were getting ready to go to DC to do the rally. But that was right about the time my shit was supposed to release, and I knew it. I could sense that from going talking to every day, I was going talking every other couple of days to Michael. And then it was getting out to like every couple of weeks.
Not me, Michael.
Not him, Michael. Michael was Sense. And I knew it was going down the drain then, because he was like, yeah, we're having some issues doing this and that. I'm like, dude, there was only one thing I wanted y'all to correct. We had a physical product. I was at an expo showing off my product. We were ready to do this. But no.
Yeah, in a way, it's kind of, you didn't experience it full.
I didn't, not full.
Can you imagine if it was released and they never sent you $1? Oh, you would have been fucking even more devastated.
And to be honest with you, I was a little bit concerned after a bit too, because I don't care to talk about this now because it's overdone and I just don't care now. I mean, some of this I can release out, I guess, to the public now, but so Brian had some earlier dealings with them and was wanting to do something, and the ball had got rolling a little bit, and then bam, just like that, shut him down. No, nothing. And Brian told me, he says, be careful dealing with them. He said, I'm just telling you, be careful. But I got way further along than what Brian did with his situation. And I was thinking, man, even the price per unit, I was like, dude, if this thing sells pretty good, and in my eyes, it was a good pod system, I was fixing to make some damn good money. But, bam, just like that.
No.
But the reason I never got butthurt about any of these companies doing me wrong is because these are like business opportunities that required zero money from us. We didn't have to invest anything.
Exactly.
It was just pretty much us.
It was a word of mouth and a shake of hand. That was the only thing that was guaranteed that your shit was getting done.
Plus, if the product flops,
you don't lose nothing.
Big time.
Yeah, yes. They lose out. You don't lose shit. So yeah. It's a win regardless.
Definitely. Puff Donnie, yes. And I kind of kicked myself in the butt there too. He said, ST, do you still have prototype? Yes, I've got one prototype. I actually could have had a few more and a few other things. But when I left them in California, coming back home, I'd taken a little bit. But at that point in time, I was thinking the product was so far along, it was getting released. This was happening. So I wasn't really concerned with trying to get anything. But I did take a little bit just to have on me. But then, bam, it went down. So, Raw Chuck, thank you for the donation. He says, why does Mark have a wrench? He's a tool.
Because I'm a tool.
That's why he has it.
I've always liked Vupu. They made good stuff.
You got to remember something, though. I'm glad both of y'all have actually kind of said that, though. All these deals that the reviewers have done with companies, that's what it is. It's a shake of a hand and just saying, yeah, we agree to do this. At the end of the day, they didn't have to do jack shit because there's nothing legally you could do.
Yeah.
Like if I had to invest 8 hours a day and then put down like thousands of dollars, I'd be fucking steaming pissed. But
true. But now I don't want that sounding just one-sided. You got to remember too, most of the people they've dealt with are very high influencers that are going to make them a lot of money and move their product. And they can just as very well easily have it to where that product never moved again. So there was an agreement there where it wasn't just one-sided. But hey, if they didn't want to fulfill their side of the damn deal, they didn't have to.
Yeah. Jason, not sure when the release is. I think it's been released. It's just waiting for companies to get them in their hands. But Element Vape should have them. So follow them, I guess, on Instagram or something. Just keep an eye out.
Nick, I don't have it handy, but if you want to see a prototype, which I think most people have seen, just go on my Instagram. You'll see, you got to scroll down a little bit, but you'll see some pictures of it. You'll even see me at the booth trying to show my product off. you'll even actually find a few reviews of my product on other people's channels right now, because some of the people were coming up interviewing me on it when I was in California, but didn't
Oh
go
yeah, I
a,
remember that.
didn't go a damn place.
I remember that shit.
But well, guys, anything else? Now that the yard guy's done. Oh God.
If you haven't watched my presentation video, check it out on my channel, the Eclipse RTA.
I did squeeze that one in today, Mike. I like the colors
yeah?
on that. Yes.
Yeah. And I try to keep it not a long video, just
dude,
like
10
10-minute
minutes.
video.
Yes, you did good.
Yeah, no mumbo jumbo. I'm not reviewing it. I'm just showing it and just giving a thought process and done. That's it.
Yeah, I like the 4 colors, and I'm kind of in agreement with you. A gold and a rainbow. Hey, if that's something they want to do it. But
they're making it. They actually had messaged me. They're making the golden rainbow because there's markets out there that demand that color. Those 2 colors. So whatever. If they want to make the colors, it's up to them.
Yeah.
I just don't want them to make a bunch of them and they get stuck with them. What if they don't sell? I don't know. Are people buying stuff? I kind of think with the single coil RTA like that, I think it's going to do good because there is a huge market for single coil RTAs outside of the United States.
Yeah.
So hopefully it does good. But the only thing is, obviously, it's a project with a company that a lot of people don't really know. But that's mostly here. I think they're pretty known over in like Indonesia, for example, Philippines. They're big in the Philippines. So we'll see how it does. Whatever. I'm still gonna. I know a lot of people have stopped designing products. But I think it still needs to be done because all these pods and AIOs, that's all we're seeing. So if they're not doing them, then a lot of the reviewers got to step up and design these products so that there is hardware, rebuildable, still available, new stuff out there to get people's juices flowing again, excitement for vaping. So,
China, I'm here. Contact me.
well, too, and Mike, you hit it on the nail. It is up to the reviewers to do this because the reviewers have always, at least most of them, have always had good input on stuff to have some good products come out that are not pod systems and all this and that. So, not saying that pod systems are bad, but you need other shit. You need to keep a balance in all this. And if the reviewers are not even giving their input on like RDAs, RTAs, even sub-ohm tanks, it's just eventually going to fade into 100% this, and that's it. You ain't going to see shit else.
NorCal Vaping says the perfect dripper still doesn't exist. It's coming. It's on top of this right now. That's all I'm saying.
But yeah, y'all definitely go check out Mike's video. And like I said, I like the colors. I like that gunmetal looks pretty sharp.
Yeah. And another thing is, I'm not saying this like trying to make people feel guilty, but it also depends on sales. If China sees that these products, these rebuildables ain't selling, people ain't buying them, what's going to happen then? They're just going to stop. They might even stop dealing with reviewers, or they might stop totally making it because for them it's all about pods. I just got more stuff from Smoke, more pods and pod AIOs. Dude. FreeMac, same thing. Pods, so they're not stopping. There's a reason why they're not stopping because that's what's selling right now for them.
I just said that Sunday night too. I'm like, I hadn't seen shit from Smoke lately, and all of a sudden, more pod systems show up.
Oh yeah, I got pods. I got more stuff over here from Smoke. That's what they're releasing because that's what's selling. If you were a company and you saw make my pods and AIOs that I make are selling more than rebuildables, are you going to just focus on let's just do rebuildables? No. You're basically going to close down your business.
Justin C. There you go. That's what I thought was funny too. That they put 5-star flavor banger on the damn manual.
When I saw the prototype with the manual, actually when he had emailed me the file to look at the manual, I was like, oh god, why they put 5-star? So I told him, I'm like, I don't know if we should be stating 5-star flavor. No, trust me, it's good. It is a 5-star flavor banger. I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're right. Fucking keep it on there.
Yeah, that shit was pretty funny.
Yep.
All right. We're at that point, folks. I didn't even check if Phil. I don't guess they're doing shit here for a while. They must be. I think Phil or Dimitri's still over getting his shop ready or some shit. But
I thought he was here. He just bought his daughter a car.
that could be. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on with them.
All right, folks. We closing shop. Thank y'all all for joining. Thank you for letting me be able to give you the sounds of summer out there with my yard guy. I know he enjoyed that. So, but don't forget Friday night, I guess. I'm always guessing on that one. I never know if Mark's going to do that.
I guess myself. Don't feel bad.
And then Sunday, you know you'll find us. And then again, we'll see you next Tuesday. But with that being said, we're out of here. Smooth outro, Audi. We's out.
Audi 5000, bitches.
That's Mike saying right there for his car.
Hell yeah.